talk to these niggas, Zeke. Somebody got said. Shit. You niggas run to IG for inspiration, cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never settle. Run these bitches, then we pick the place.
And we back.
Bars. Been a minute.
It's been a minute. Another episode of the Brownie and Rab show.
I'm excited to be back doing this.
Man,
shit,
I'm too excited to be back. I'm actually drinking brown liquor. I'm so excited to be back.
What you, some whiskey?
Yeah, we not shouting out the brands. You can send us a check.
Right before we start rolling, we was talking about niggas who be feeling like they're the only one doing some shit, like taking pride in.
Yeah, man, like gatekeeping, shit like man, I just got these new rims. I ain't letting nobody know where they sell these at.
You ever see somebody say I'm the only one with these and it shit be so boozy though? You be like, no, you're the only one that want those. That's what you're the only one.
No, that is a fact.
They whole head.
That is a fact, man. That's a fact.
Nobody want that shit.
What we been on, Blends? It's been a minute, man. We been, we kicking off the new season. Right. You know what I'm saying? Last season was kind of like a pilot season for us. We was figuring it out, bumps and bruises. Yeah. We had some very viral moments, and it kind of even threw us off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they kind of kicked us off it kind of got us off our pivot. I think what happened was, you turned into a celebrity, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after the first viral moment, you was acting different.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get a hold of this nigga, man.
Man, I actually feel like with those episodes and with starting bars, we started something that we couldn't not do if we wanted to. If we didn't want to do this no more, we got a fan base now.
Right. But I think also what happened is niggas had to go back to we had shit going on. So
Life kicked in.
Yeah, kicked in.
And being as it is, we kind of like seasonal too. We kind of like our season kind of like coincide with the Warriors season almost.
Kinda.
You know what I mean?
We kind of picked up like midway, I think.
Like midway.
Midway, kind of towards the end.
And then football Sundays, right. Of course.
But this shit we doing, you got to be consistent though. So
you got to be consistent.
That's the number one thing I be hearing about.
Shout out to the Bars fans though, because they've been keeping us lit. Like all the topics still going. Right. Niggas still talking about Gary Payton. Niggas still talking about what's a real point guard. Right. Like all that shit still going, man.
Man, them basketball conversations brought niggas out, didn't they?
Brought niggas out. In the process, those videos were a contributing factor.
Right.
No Vultures hit 100K in that process.
Shout out to No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And so I think that's a big accomplishment.
Right.
I worked hard for that, and I think as a motivator, I want to tell everybody, like, you can do that shit.
Right.
Like, you can do it. You just got to be patient. Everybody time ain't the same time. Right. That's what I want everybody to know. And I had said, run your own race at your own pace for the fact that I hate comparing.
Right.
To just to transition into another topic. Yeah. I hate comparisons, like, as far as when they're personal.
Right.
If we playing a sport, I love competition, but I hate comparisons, if that makes sense.
I think that's what's fucked. The comparison shit is what got everybody's minds all over the place.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's just sending people into crazy. I seen this thing on IG. It's called I don't know if it's new or old, but it's a concept called bed rotting, or is it scroll rotting or bed rotting? Some of that.
I never heard it.
So what it is people are like finding comfort in laying in their beds for 6 to 8 hours a day scrolling and don't have to move, and the time is flying by. It's like flying fast, and there's a name for that. I think it's called something. It's something rotten, but I think that shit is like. I think when people sitting there constantly scrolling on social media, they seeing shit and they looking at their whole life like fuck.
Yeah, which we was talking about earlier is like that's why dating after Instagram got to be crazy, because it's like everything is fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine this. Imagine your grandma having to take that picture on vacation in that clear boat. That all? Where is that? I've never been there. Is that Bali? Where is that?
No, they got the clear boats in Mexico.
Oh, they
These
okay.
motherfuckers be dirty as hell, real. Like, I don't know if they be putting the
the sauce on it with the drone.
I don't know if they be putting the filter on their bitches or what. But them motherfuckers be I be them clear boats is always the worst looking ones at the dock.
They get them pictures off though.
They get them pictures. What about Jamaica when they be in Jamaica and you got the dudes
rubbing the shit? What is that shit?
Man, ain't no way. Man, if you don't get the fuck out here.
You rubbing your wife down, rubbing your girl down. Man, you take a girl on vacation to Jamaica to get her rubbed down by the Jamaican.
Man, that shit.
That remind me of the joke. Remember the Eddie Murphy joke?
All right.
On the beach when he said the Jamaican walk up to your girl with
but you got it hard if you ain't. I guess in the dating world now, you got it hard if you ain't. Day 2, day 3, you gotta have a trip to Jamaica booked.
You gotta have something booked.
Man.
You gotta have something booked. You're gonna go like there was a girl on the gram and she ordered some lobster or something with the dude and she was on like plate 3. And bro would start filming her like, what's going on? What like, he like, why you ordering all these plates? She like, cause I didn't like, it was like, I thought she was finna start like packing plates.
Was it a first date?
It was a first date. And bro was like, I didn't like, what you doing?
See, back in our day, like, first dates, they was like, chicks was ordering salads on the first day. They was trying to look like they didn't eat too much. You know what I'm saying, on the first day. So they order lobster and steaks there on the first day.
That say a lot about these females too. So let me ask you this. Right. What's appropriate for a young dude right now? What's appropriate for him to spend on a date?
I think
first date.
I think me personally, I think first date shouldn't even be like no restaurant or nothing like that. First date should be like, man, let's go to a coffee house and let's sit and see if we can chop it up to see if we want to actually go on the first date. You know what I'm saying? I think it's too many uncertainties on the first date to take somebody to Mastro's and have a $500-$600 bill. To me, that's unnecessary. Shit. They try to shame you and make it seem like you on some broke shit. No, listen. $500 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money, man.
To shit out.
That's a lot of money, man. And like, who really just got 500, especially for a first date? Like
everybody on the internet does.
The
whole internet got that. Ain't the whole internet? Everybody making $20,000 a day.
If you go by a work week, right? If you go by a work week, I'm not going to even break it down. If we broke it down hourly, we would have to say how much would you have to make hourly to make $500 a day? 40.
You have to make what, $60 an hour?
60,
like that?
40, $60. So
my math is terrible.
Imagine having made your work day and making less than 500, but spending 500 at just dinner. Because it's not, the date is not just dinner.
Right.
It's dinner, a movie, possibly the pre-grant. Right. People like to go to a bar first, then go to dinner, sit at the bar if you waiting on your table.
Right.
It's a lot of other shit that comes with the date.
Right.
She might like the fancy cookies. She might want crumble afterwards.
Right.
A pack of crumble cookies is dub.
That's the thing. It's the thing. The internet, you just got to be realistic. The internet be showing highlights, and so they. If you leave it up to the internet, this is like what we do every single night when it's dinner time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing no. And plus, date nights be a part of the aesthetic as well.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They want to go to places that it's that word. I'm sick of that word. Vibe. It's the vibe.
I ain't gonna lie.
Where the vibe at?
Respect the Lotto, man, but she killed me when she came with that. I don't even eat beef. I eat Wagyu. What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's what
I'm saying. You gonna fuck somebody's mind up that live in a duplex.
Don't even know the difference. Or if you at or that's just like the organic motherfuckers. Motherfuckers was at when people was working at Safeway was pulling stickers off of fucking
right,
shit.
Right.
Mixing shit up. You don't know what's organic and what's not. You know what I'm saying? Organic, but people going out and doing things for the aesthetic too. They need so the food could be great, but if the aesthetic ain't it, if it ain't got that IG aesthetic, they really don't want it. Especially not on a Friday or Saturday night. They might go midweek, do some shit like that.
Right.
They ain't finna go. They need the whole.
Nah, that's true.
They need the whole shit.
That's true. I So this is big news. I posted Dame Dash. I posted about Balenciaga taking Dame Dash's idea because I was in Bloomingdale's. Not Bloomingdale's, excuse me. I was in Nordstrom's and I saw this collar shirt that looked like a fit I seen Dame Dash in already, but it said CEO. And I'm like, that's Dame shit, right?
Right.
I had almost sat on it for like 2 weeks before I even posted it. But I was thinking about it sitting in the car.
Right.
And the shit, you know, me and Dame collabed on the post.
I saw the timestamp on that too.
You saw the time? Oh, I had it for a while.
I saw the timestamp. So when you first was walking through the store and you saw that, it immediately clicked that
just
was
like that.
Shit.
It just hit me just like that.
That's actually impressive.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, who else
impressive.
even says CEO? I thought when Dame first dropped the clothing line that was a arrogant, like a, you know what I mean? Like, who put CEO on the clothing line? Like, that's usually your title for a job or a position or the head of a company. Like, so, but we all know that's Dame. Dame is that nigga. He's been one of those guys. So when I posted about it and posted Balenciaga, because I feel like Balenciaga has taken things from the culture.
But hold up, my question though is, how did not Dame? Nobody on his team and nobody spotted that.
Niggas
because I seen the cease and desist letter went out literally after you posted it.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, this is Balenciaga. So like the crazy part is like nobody else spotted. You need your flowers, bro. You need some
man, nobody seen it.
Nobody saw that. Nobody spotted that. It's crazy.
Because to a bigger point, everybody online every day talking about bullshit. Right? We love to see people like me and you sitting right here right now.
Right.
If we make a mistake, if we go outside, catch a DUI, or we loaded because we was having a good time or a good conversation, me and you just kicking it, we fellowshipping, we talking. One of us go outside and crash. Right? And it gets filmed.
Right.
Everybody's gonna post that. Right? But the day you opened the 8th barbershop, nobody was posting it. You see what I'm saying? Like that be my thing. Like, why we don't never big up motherfuckers now? Like, why we always like to see some crazy shit happening? Or what is that about? What is that? What is that addiction about?
Well, the first thing before we because we was talking Dame Dash, and what tripped me out about that is where we at with clout and where we at with that type of shit and how the level of respect that we want to give people. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing against Charlamagne and Envy. I don't, you know what I'm saying, know him personally. My first interaction with Charlamagne was on the shop, and I remember I always spoke highly of him because I remember he came to the set of the show. This was probably about maybe 4 years ago. And one thing I remember about him is when he walked on set, he walked around and dapped up everybody from the cameraman to the whatever. He just walked through. So that stuck in my head. I was like, man, I don't care what they say about Charlamagne. That's a respectful dude. That was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But what I did notice was, I don't know if they was matching Dame Dash energy or they had a different energy for him. Because I felt like initially when he came on the show, it was a little bit more chill in how they handled him. And this time he came on, they handled him like he was almost like a joke, like nobody.
So it's the second time around. I don't know how many years in between that first Breakfast Club interview, also that Sway interview, also whatever media run that was when he had Smoke Dizza running around with him, and he had what's the battle rap? Murder Mook running around with him, right? At that time. And I remember they was doing the movie. I remember Kanye was finna look out and all that shit. But I think what happened was nobody knew exactly where Dame was financially at that point. We knew Lee Daniels owed him a couple million, right? And then when it goes to being on camera, like, and his teeth not being in his mouth, that's not a money thing. And I think that's where we must, not just saying we, I'm saying the public. People not in the know, thinking like Dame can't afford to put teeth in his mouth. And you said this to me earlier. Dame's bad day is better than 97% of the population's good day. So what the fuck are we talking about? Like, anybody know anything about implants? Sometimes gums need to grow back and heal. It's a lot of different things with that, right? So I think his teeth falling out on camera, Cameron, who's hilarious, right, was joking on him,
right.
And then at a point, I feel like Dame might have he has a crazy personality,
right.
But I think when people start resisting because of where they felt like he was in status, I felt like he started getting industry jumped.
Yeah, that's the part that I got a problem with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because I don't feel like the level of respect that you're gonna give somebody, you know what I'm saying, is gonna be based on how much bread they, you know what I'm saying, you assume they got. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You go back and look at that interview and look at the bravado that Charlamagne and them had and how they was talking to him compared to how he been talked to in the past and other guests. Like I said, they could have been like they could have been just matching energy. So I give him the benefit of the doubt. He could have gave them asshole energy, and then they could have been like, "Oh, fuck it, this time around, you know, we gonna give you the energy you gave us." But it just mysteriously kind of, that bravado came from it being aligned with the way everything else around him was being, you know.
They was waiting on the opportunity, and I mean, Charlamagne is intelligent, and I've seen him do petty shit before.
Right.
He knew to wear the Rock Nation shit because it triggered Dame last time. We got to know the difference between when it's just a serious interview or when we trying to do great television too.
Right.
Some things is for public consumption.
It
was great television. You know what I mean? But at whose expense? At Dame's expense. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't ever look at Dame like that because Dame a fighter. So I don't ever look at, niggas picking on Dame. Dame gonna pop his shit regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I be trying to say, with the Balenciaga shit, I was trying to point out the obvious because they have done that before. You know what I'm saying? And Balenciaga, you ain't got to send the goons. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying that because I wanted to give Dame props. There's several things that I meant to bring my rock box and I didn't bring it. But Dame has done so many things. Like the rock box is an MP3 player. He actually challenged Steve Jobs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like he wanted to create his own MP3 player. And he used to always say David can beat Goliath. Right. So we have to be able to believe that too. So I love that about him. Now, what I want to ask you is, in some of those conversations where they saying Dame is being unreasonable, he's saying things like, are you a boss or are you a worker? So I'll give you an example about yourself. You are a business owner, right? You have been a business owner 7 to 8 times over with the same type of business. You've been doing the shit. Also a lot of independent contracts, right? You're a boss in so many ways. Can you be a boss and an employee at the same time? Because I think that's what was conflicting between the Breakfast Club, the first interview, and even Sway, when he said, Sway, I'm about to fire this blunt up in here. And Sway like, you can't do that. He's like, oh, you an employee then, nigga. If I can't fire up my blunt in here, you not a boss.
That's the because I always feel like no matter what it is you doing, you answering to somebody. Even as a barber, right? I feel like it's 10 times harder because like I could say, okay, I'm my own boss, right? I own a shop, but I'll be in there cutting as well, right? And so, but I'm at that moment I work for that person that's sitting down right here
for that hour or however long it takes to get cut.
For that hour, they the boss. So I see some of that shit is like an ego trip that don't really mean much or nothing. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think it don't matter how much money is attached. I think the goal is like real, like freedom from that. That's got to be the goal. Whatever it takes to get you to where you don't have to answer. But I do agree with Charlamagne and Envy. It's steps that and then also it's just different ideas of life, bro. Like some people are perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Making $100K a year. They live a simple life. Don't have a crazy overhead. Like everybody ideas and goals is different. If like somebody got to do other shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the boss of everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The biggest thing I believe is being a boss in your own world. If you're a 9-to-5 employee, being a boss when you're not at work.
Right.
So like if you invested in a duplex, right? You got tenants, you're a boss in that situation.
Right.
I just believe what he should be saying is don't go your whole life without bossing up.
I also think like you can't be, I I think leader is a better word. You know what I'm saying? Than like the way the word boss get thrown around, because I feel like, first off, you have to learn how to, the best thing to do for somebody that want to be in control of a company or business is to go serve at somewhere similar so they can pick up the game, learn the game. And then being a leader is a whole nother skill. Like, you want to make somebody, like, I think Dame Dash was a great businessman. I don't know how great of a leader he was, because if you look about everything, or his style of leading wasn't really conducive to, having a building a great, like, lifelong staff or team for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel like he's a great, businessman. Jay-Z said one time when the people was asking him, like, man, should he throw Dame some, or should he do this for Dame? Like, Jay-Z know Dame mentality. He know Dame is once a hustler, you always a hustler. They ain't gonna be good. Like, you don't worry about.
He ain't worried about that.
Nigga, bankruptcy. Nigga don't even know bankruptcy has birthed some of the most wildest shit. But like
Donald Trump.
Some of the richest people today have filed bankruptcy first, and then it birthed something great. So for niggas to hold their head and look like nigga Dame don't want nobody feeling sorry for him.
Facts.
First off, we don't know what the books look like.
Facts.
We don't know where his bread at. And then secondly, bankruptcy is like shit. These worst case scenarios, a fresh start for some more hustling to go on and more shit to happen.
Real shit.
Nigga don't feel bad. It's a lot of niggas who failed bankruptcy had 400 credit scores, got out of that shit in 2 years, hit back 700, 800 square. So, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
That's real. Shout out to Dame, man. I hope you hit with Balenciaga. Even if not, I hope they, want to work with you or whatever. And if not, all your endeavors in the future. I hope that you and Jay can get together, because I'm not the person, and Brownie's not the person, and we are not the people that profit off of people that we idolized, that we love their camaraderie, and it's kind of like some of the inspiration for what we got going on right now.
Man, when you come on, Rab, you know this. When you are a hustler, when you are not a nigga who conform to the quote unquote American dream, and that's I'm gonna get me a job, I'm gonna work 30 years, I'm gonna get me a house, I'm gonna get me a picket fence and a car, a family. And I'm gonna have backyard barbecues for like ever, and that's like go on vacation twice a year. That's like when you the nigga who haven't conformed to that, and you like, I need purpose, I want more, I'm gonna be up, I might be down. You know that shit, like, it come with losses, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas might be up a meal and be needing a loan in the negative the next week, and,
that's a fact.
Get back in the game. Some people just live like that. Some people need safety. Some people need safety nets. Dame gonna always come up with it. If Dame has built a brand already, Dame Dash is a brand.
He a brand. For sure. He a brand. He gonna always get money.